So this is episode 70 of my weekly diary, joined by the pup, because she demanded it. In this one, I can do absolutely everything. I'm preparing for my first game of the season next week, Wednesday. And the reason for that is because I'm allowed to finally do stuff. Yay! So yesterday I had Kent training, which I could do absolutely everything. There was one bit that I was like, that was quite hard to do. And that was bag training, but obviously I'll talk about all that in the Saturday video. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, quick video for Monday and Tuesday on what I'm about to do right now. So tomorrow's game day, so I have to do conditioning. Either tomorrow morning, which would be early as hell because I have to be up for gym at 8, so I'd have to get it done before that. And I've decided, no, that's an awful idea, I'm just going to get it done now. So it's 7:37, and as you can see, it is like pitch black. There are some fog lights, that's the only lights I've got, which is good, because if I didn't have those, I think it would be pitch black. And no, that is not a joke. Okay, so Monday, I did pretty much... No, I think I did actually do everything that I physically could do, which, obviously, yay me, I'm allowed to do stuff now. There was not, like, full contact, it was, like, bag stuff, but I was allowed to do everything along those lines. So if someone was holding a bag, I was allowed to tackle them. Ankle's doing better, still slightly swollen at the back. We are thinking of doing acupuncture on Friday, but obviously until it goes along, can't really tell you anything about that. But yeah, so what that involved was a whole lot of units, which is absolutely fun. I was practicing lifting and throwing, so obviously I haven't done lifting in quite a while, and it wasn't too bad, but definitely took like the first few attempts to get better at it. And then I was getting to full extension, which is good. I look like I've got like a skull, like, you know, those cartoon ones. I kind of look like that. And anyway, then it was a whole lot of attack v defence stuff. So it was just running different drills, off of line-outs, off of scrums, kind of everything around that area. I was swapping myself in and out because obviously there is a game tomorrow. On Wednesday, so the people like playing, the people who are subs, the people who are like backups kind of thing, they need like first priority. And obviously I'm not one of those because I might not play a game till next Wednesday. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it is absolutely freezing right now. It was really cold Monday. Anyway, so on Monday morning, I went to my physio. And he was like, come back later for strapping, but so far looking really good. The balance is starting to get better. Did a very harsh massage on my ankle, which wasn't greatly... Well, it was appreciated, but at the same time, it hurt a lot, so wasn't appreciated in that aspect. But it really did help, because I was explaining, like, where it was, what I couldn't do. Like, I think one of them was, like, just holding there and then pushing back, and my ankle just couldn't reach it. And then after a massage, it was still painful to do, but it had, like, further distance, was able to reach. So, yeah, no, really good. Thank God for that. And then Tuesday was school, which was today. Managed to get all my coursework done. I actually had to wake up early this morning because I didn't do one of them that was due today. But it was only, like, a really short one. It was like, what is a TV? What is it used for in sports? And just kind of those, like, how is it used in development? So it was just kind of those questions. So it was quite easy questions that would just take a while to do. So I got up early, finished all of them, got it done and dusted, which is always very nice. And ended up finishing early today because apparently a bunch of the boys... So the other homework that I had already done the day before was due tonight. So, like, not until, like, 23:59, so like tonight, and so that wasn't like too bad to do actually, and they hadn't done it. Oh wait, but the one I meant tonight, that was really hard. I said not too bad. Let's talk about the other one. This one was really hard, and when I say really hard, I mean it wasn't hard at all. It was really easy, just really, really, really long. And when I say really long, I mean it took me about 9 pages to do. And that's like first handing because we get some more. Obviously, goals for this year are distinctions all round, which, fingers crossed. Found out my predicted grade is DDD. So, love that. But yeah, I am absolutely freezing, so I'm going to stop running soon. Need to stretch because I haven't done training. When I did everything on Monday, it now feels like I've done the splits really, really wrong. So all just the inner parts of my thighs just really hurt. And yeah, pretty much that. Anyway, what I'm doing now is so 2 sets of conditioning. One's a broken broncho, and if you don't know what that is, that's a broncho, but it's split into, like, you do one, and then you have a break, and then you do another, and then you have a break. So it's like, I have it all written down, so don't mind the fact I'm forgetting it now, because I do have it. It's like run 20, run back, run 40, run back, run 60, run back. However long it took you to do that, like break for that long, and then do it again 5 times. So it's not the worst one. Then the first one is 20-second tempos. Again, not bad at all. So definitely the other one, I've seen people like pass it and they look like they were struggling a bit. So that's going to be fun for me. I feel like that's a mosquito and I don't fancy getting bit, and it's quite late at night, so I feel like I might get bit. I've been bitten on my hand. Not very fun. Anyway, so I have no homework, and that's kind of what I was going to do tomorrow. But now I don't have homework, I'm going to go watch the game, and it's 2 hours away, so it's going to be a long trip. But I'm going to bring all my crochet stuff and bring everything like that, so I've got something to entertain myself. Anyway, wish me luck on the runs, because it is so cold, and I'm hoping I'll warm up quickly, but I'm going to have to stretch first, because I'm so, like, stiff. Anyway, hope you enjoy Monday, Tuesday. The aftermath of running. Oh my god. I laid on the floor for a bit. That was quite nice because the floor was wet, and I ran a bit here. Oh my god. I keep saying that, but I didn't expect it to be that hard. I know I haven't done it. That's fucking hard. Oh, I swore. Don't listen to that part. So I am currently in the gym. I don't even know if you can hear me. It's quite loud in here. Doing 3 different machines, 10 minutes, 10 seconds slow, and then 10 seconds fast. And then I should be done for the day. And the reason why it's not like a major amount is because of what I've done and what I'm going to do. So, wish me luck. So this one is for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the reason I'm doing that is because Wednesday and Friday are pretty much the only ones I'm going to be talking about. Because Thursday, I went to school for about 2 hours and then went home. So, not a lot. Anyway, so we had a game on Wednesday against Oaklands. This was for the Ace team. Obviously I still couldn't play it because I was injured. Oh god. So yeah, but I did come to watch. Because normally on the closer ones I do try and watch. It's the further away ones because I get travel sickness. I can't really unless I'm playing. Because then I'd rather just suck it up. So I ended up doing conditioning the day before that because you had to put my volume on. So you had to do conditioning either the day before or the day of. But if you did it the day of, you'd basically be doing it ridiculously early because gym was at 8 a.m. and the bus left at 9 a.m. so you'd have to do it before gym. And that would just mean waking up so early. And then I'd just be exhausted. So I was like, I'll just do it the night before. This was like my first kind of conditioning, like proper kind of conditioning, since not playing, if you get what I mean. Like, since being injured, pretty much. It was a broken broncho. And some tempo runs. Now, I did none of this at, like, full speed because I was, obviously, went for broken broncho anyway. But for, like, tempos, because, obviously, with the turning, I was worried that I'd end up rolling my ankle. So it's a bit mental at the minute, like, kind of in my own head. But I still did it. I did feel absolutely exhausted after doing it, though. Like, it proper killed me off. But that's pretty normal considering I haven't done anything. I sent a picture to my coach, S&C coach, saying, look, done it. May or may not have I'm dying. And he was like, yeah, that's normal. Don't worry about it. So then I had gym the next morning on Wednesday, and then the 2-hour coach ride to get there. Now, this was a stressful game. Like, normally I'm on the sidelines, I'll cheer, but I never really get too into it. But oh my god, I was stressing on the sideline. Because it got to 14-15. They were so we were winning by 1 point. And they were constantly in our 5 metre line. And every time we went into theirs, something would go wrong with the line out. Or they'd manage to steal it off us. Something would happen. And then they'd have a line break. And I was stressing so much. However, we kept pushing. The ref was a bit biased. And I will say that because they were like collapsing the scrums and he would be giving them the penalty. And it was like, what? Like, they're collapsing. So it was a bit ridiculous. Which was obviously just annoying. Anyway, they kept going through and we managed to pull it off at 27-14. So we didn't let them score a single try after that, which was really good. But still such a stressful game because I think we got to 21 and it was even then, it was like even if they scored one try and a conversion, like, we lose. So in the last minute, like last 30 seconds, they were in our 5 metre line and they were pushing through, and I was like, oh my god, if they score a try, like, they won't win, but obviously you still want that gap. But we managed to steal it back and then kick it out. Yeah, so we managed to kick it out and it was just such a good game to watch. Like, definitely one of the better ones to watch. Also, my heart was just pounding the entire time. Then we had Thursday, which I went in for 2 hours and then went home and I did washing. And I had gym, but it wasn't like, I went on the treadmill for a bit and I did bike and I did a bit of rowing and that was about it. So it wasn't like anything hard. It was just kind of trying to get me moving because obviously my stamina's lower than it was because of the 5 weeks of not doing anything. But that was literally it. The school was not interesting whatsoever. It was creating a poster and doing some tasks, so that was it. I managed to get all my homework done and doing a one-to-one with my my teacher on Tuesday. I don't know if I already said this in the Tuesday video, but my prediction is triple D, so I'm well happy with that. And then Friday, I was allowed to do absolutely everything. Like, still, there wasn't any one-to-one, like, no bag tackling, so I still don't know if I'm allowed to do that or not. I'm going to start cutting my yawning out, Jesus. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm allowed to do that or not, but, like, I was allowed to do quite a lot, so I was allowed to do everything, so I was really happy with that. And a lot of it was attack versus defence, a lot of scrums, a lot of line-outs, just stuff like this, and yeah, no, it went so well. And my foot was starting to get a bit better with being able to push back in scrums now, so I can start being able to do that better. I had a few practice, like, actually me lifting other people in the line-out, because I haven't done that in a while. That all went well. Managed to get full extension pretty much every single time. I didn't feel too much pressure on my ankle. It was really good. And we obviously had housekeeping, so it was like bag tackling and stuff like that. We had a few bits of like back and forth. So you do like a bit of conditioning work and then you go back into a game and it's back and forth. And originally we had my coach as the ref, which was great. Then we had the other one, which was not great. We don't want him reffing, because it's not a great ref. Yeah. Overall, it was quite a fun day. Like, it felt long, but I think that was just because I had acupuncture at the start, and I've completely forgot that I was supposed to mention this. So on Thursday night, they put up the poles, and I put in my spot. And he was like, and then the physio texted me, like, look, we've just got taping and, like, a chat, so can you take it off? And I was like, I thought we were going to do acupuncture, because you've been basically telling me this for the last 2 weeks. He was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I've made you a new pole, can you put it in? And I was like, okay. So I put in the pole, I went there, and I had some in my ankle, and then some, like, going up my calf. I hated it. So bad. So originally it was just me in the room, and I was just kind of lying there on my side like this. Oh my god, I hated it so much. So putting it in, didn't feel anything. All the ones up my calf, I didn't feel a thing. Like, I felt nothing. The one that was pretty much in the swelling, oh my god, that one hurt so much, and he'd either did light flicks or he'd twizzle it, and I was just, oh my god, it hurt so much. And near the end, when it was about to have them taken out, so many people came into the room. There was like 8 people, like, for other physio slots, but it was mental. And they're like, "Oh my god, you got needles in your leg." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." Oh no, it's horrendous. And he pulled one out. One of the girls went, "Oh my god, I didn't know it'd be that long." Like, because obviously quite a lot was in my leg. And I was just like, I do not need to hear this, because I hate acupuncture. Oh, but yeah. It gave me a dead leg afterwards, but it did help with the swelling a bit. So, tip for tat. And that helped, but it was also like, ooh. Anyway, it took me 4 hours to get home. Like 4.5 hours to get home from Friday. And the reason for that is someone jumped in front of a train. So, just absolutely everything was blocked. So, everyone, all my mates and everything like that who was trying to get home, we just could barely get home. It was such a struggle. But yeah, that was my day. So, I hope you enjoy.
Hey dear, it's Claudia Maloney McDonald here, Chiefs and England Red Rose. Just want to say a massive good luck to you in your rugby journey. I hope you keep going at it, keep enjoying it, keep working hard, and hopefully you will see the results of it soon.
So this is my first training for Kent this season. Now, it was 3 hours long, and my ankle held up pretty well, so I was quite happy with that. They've definitely changed Kent this season, which I'm so happy about, because last time I was in Kent, which wasn't last season, it was the season before that, they had like so many girls, like an abundance of them. There was like 100 sank, and it was just a ridiculous amount, and they were accepting quite a few people, and then it kind of just lost the meaning of like playing for county. But this time I think there was 30 something girls, and they made it like they set it up differently. So if you were in the green bibs, you were like half in, half not. So it was like you were good enough to get into the next, like they wanted to see you again basically. They think you could have shown more in the trials, but you didn't show enough to like get in. So then you wore a green bib and you went in. Now I did get, like, I got picked, so I didn't have to wear one of them, but it was interesting on how they did it. And they're changing it all. So the first game, they're going to bring everyone along and, like, see kind of how everyone plays, see what happens, and then pick kind of the best ones out of those. And then every week from that, they pick from the training session you go to. And they'll bring 22 girls out of, I think it'd be 27 by the end of it. So then they'd go through, and I just think it was so much better, because it's no longer like a free for all, everyone gets a go. It's more selective now, which is obviously much better. At the start, we ended up doing a really, really long warm-up and some little competitive things, which was actually quite fun in the second half. So, obviously the warm-up is like broad jumps and everything like that. And then the competitive games where they set up poles, it was really weird. So you put into groups of like 7. And then one person, I felt so bad for the first person. I ended up being last out of just pure coincidence. But the first person had to run forward, run round the pole that I set up, come back, grab someone's hand, whoever the next person was, run back round the pole, come back, grab the next person's hand. So the first person had to run around the pole like 7 times. And then create like a circle, but yeah, we asked one of the coaches for like what we're doing pretty much, and he told us the wrong thing. So we came last in that one, which was not our fault. However, the second time we went around, we were like, alright, give us best instructions possible. And you had to create like a ball. You could do it like a circle. You could do it however much you wanted. You could make it as big as you wanted or everything like that. And we kind of just connected ourselves by hands and was just in a circle. Now, they didn't think it was going to work at first, but we came first. And if the ball went out of the circle, then you'd have to go back to the beginning. Now, we won both of them. So the first one was just 1 ball, and then the second one was 2 balls. And it was just quite fun, little competitive games. And then in the next part, I absolutely loved this one. So you started on the, again, they put down poles. It was like a curved run. So they put down poles. You versus another person, you run around the curvature, and then you run through 2 poles, and they're relatively close to each other. Like, only, like, one person would be able to fit through it, pretty much. So you could hand the other person off, and then try and run through if you came to it, or just speed it through. And the first girl I was against was a back, and I was like, oh, god damn it. Because, obviously, backs versus forwards don't normally end with the forwards winning in a speed race. But I managed to get there pretty much at the same time as her. And I went to hand her off, and she just fell over in front of me. And I kind of had to jump over her and run to the finish line. So it ended up being quite fun. Another bit that kind of tested my stamina was there was like 10 cones placed. And someone was holding a bag. You start on the floor, you get up, you hit the bag, you push them to the next cone, you go down. They run to the next cone back. You get up, you hit it, you go down, and it was on an incline. Oh my god, it was actually quite fun, but it was like a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. But I think as well that's just because I haven't been doing much because of the injury. But honestly, so good. Then we did like scrums and line-outs for 40 minutes. And I was pretty much the only hooker because the other hooker that was there was injured. So I was the only person who was able to do the scrums. And as like hooker, mainly. And oh my god, I was so tired by the end of it. Because it was literally in and out of scrums. Over and over again. Sometimes you're pushing, sometimes you're getting the ball, sometimes you're defending. But it was a lot more tiring than I thought. Then we did line-outs, which I loved. I made the first person, I pretty much made them do what I did in college. I made the first person run up to me, tell me the call, whether it was front or back, and then I threw it. And shockingly, the best one out of all of them was one we hadn't practiced whatsoever, and it was a dummy at 2, and then pick up at the back. And I was like, this isn't, like, we haven't practiced this. You haven't even picked up at the back yet. I don't know how far this is going to go, but you are just, yeah. And it just went so well. Like, straight down the middle, good height, and I was quite happy with it. So, yes. And then we had little games at the end, which was competitive rucks, competitive scrums, and you could steal it from their hands, and if you could do like a 1 second offload, but it was like touch other than that, and that was quite fun. But obviously touch isn't the most interesting thing. But overall, compared to some of the other Kent sessions I've ever had before, it was really good and it went really well, so I was very happy with it.